What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of NKU Sports Break. I'm your host, Carly Motzer, and I'm so excited to be joined by Felipe Hidalgo. Felipe, how's your day going?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. Just to get everybody familiar with each other, can you go ahead and tell us where you're from and what drew you to NKU?
Of course, yeah. So I was actually originally born in Costa Rica, but I grew up most of my life in Miami, Florida, so quite a long ways. And what drew me to NKU was I reached out to coach, and coach reached out to me, the typical recruiting process. And it ended up taking a visit, and I stayed with the guys. I love the atmosphere. I love the campus. I liked the direction that the school was going in. It was, on the rise was the motto they were using. So it really drew me to the school. It looked like I could be a part of something special.
Absolutely. And so being a part of something so special like that, if the recruiting process was kind of like the beginning of your journey with NKU and now as you're a senior, how has the program kind of changed or developed you individually since you've started?
Oh man, I came in, I was a pretty young freshman. I turned 18 the first day of college. And so I was a pretty young freshman, and I think it's really shaped me up, maturity wise, helped me become a leader. We had a young team, so people had to step up, leader on my team, leader on campus and stuff like that. So I think it's really pushed me and my limits and see, what I can do to get the people going.
Yeah, so that's kind of the more nitty gritty side. You talk about leadership and development on that front. On a little bit more of a fun side, what has just been your favorite part about being on the team in general?
Oh, being on the team, I just think all the moments traveling together or even practices are just a lot of fun. Having all the guys together. Tennis is not really a team sport, when you're playing your junior career. So when you come to college, it becomes a team sport, and it's just something we've never experienced before. So it's a lot of fun. You're playing for something bigger than yourself, so can't really complain.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that, the playing for something bigger than yourself. Is there any particular moment from last year that stands out as kind of one of those experiences you were talking about?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, directly you can point to our spring break trip. We actually took a spring break trip to Orlando right when COVID hit, but we actually got a chance to play 2 matches, and we had a 4-3 clinch by my roommate and best friend, which we stormed the court. We got videos of it. It was everything you dream of as a junior when you come to college and more. And then the very next day is another one of the best moments was when the whole softball team was in Orlando as well. So they came to visit, and we beat Fairfield 6-1. So it was a lot of fun just to have all that support, and my family got to go down and watch. So they got to see me compete at the collegiate level. So it was just a really cool experience overall.
No kidding. Yeah, that's so awesome that you got that last little punch in right before COVID kind of crumbled everything. And that being said, what do your guys' days look like now? Because obviously with fall sports being postponed, things are a little different than they would normally be. So what's your day-to-day look like? What's the team up to?
Yeah, so actually, I mean, we're lucky with tennis. It's a very low contact sport. We're not all up in each other's faces in practice. We get to spread out and do things in a safe manner. So we do practice about four times a week, and we have lift 3 times a week, which is almost pretty normal for our normal routine. The only thing that got canceled were our fall tournaments, but there's still opportunities for us to play on our own time. So a lot of the guys are doing that, getting prepared for the spring, getting some matches in, and just getting better every day.
Practice makes perfect, that's for sure. Just outside of tennis even, what do you enjoy most about being an athlete at NKU in general?
Oh, the best part of NKU is most definitely the people. I think just every athlete, all the relationships I built with, people from other teams, with administration, going to support other games, which I know this year is going to be a little difficult, but just the family atmosphere, being from so far away, I'm always looking for, you're looking for a family to be there for you. And I definitely found it here at NKU. So it's been an amazing time.
That's absolutely wonderful that you've been able to find that family in your 4 years, which brings about almost a little bit of a bittersweet thing. You're going to be graduating. So, as a senior, when do you graduate and what are your post grad plans looking like?
Yeah, so I'm planning to graduate May 2021 if all goes well, and so that's coming up pretty soon, which is pretty scary. You got to start planning for that. I don't know. I mean, I would definitely love to stay in the area if I'm going to be completely honest. There's also the option going back home to Miami. But I'm a global supply chain management major, and this area, the Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky area, is a very, very good spot for that. So hopefully, I'm interviewing with some people, looking up some options, and seeing if I could stay here for a couple more years.
That's awesome. Well, we hope that we can see your face around some more and that all of your post grad plans go as you wish. But we'll end on a little bit of a warm and fuzzy here. What is your all time favorite memory with NKU Athletics?
Oh wow, there's so many, but I think for me personally, what meant a lot was last year we played against Xavier, which is like crosstown rivalry, and we're very evenly matched with them. We thought we had a good chance, and I'm part of SAG, and I kind of made it a big deal. I was like, hey guys, like if you're ever gonna come out to one match, come out to this one. And it was a Friday night, 8:30 p.m. 10 minutes off campus. I know it's not easy to get people there. And we had over 150 student athletes show up. 150 student athletes, they packed the place. People sitting on the floor, people screaming, chanting, and like, it's just a moment I'm never gonna forget. It's like what I dreamed of, and like all the relationships I built, like all these people that, I've made relationships with, I've been to their games, they finally came to one of mine, and it just meant the world to me. So it kind of like brought everything together.
Everyone talks about how NKU Athletics is a family through and through, from staff to athletes. Everyone supports each other, and it's an incredible thing to be a part of.
Of course, yeah, definitely getting 150 student athletes on a Friday night to watch a tennis match is definitely something only possible at NKU.
Absolutely. Well, Felipe, thank you so much for coming on the show. Everyone follow NKU Norse on social media, as well as NKU Men's Tennis, to be able to keep